Here we are in the QBO gym, and the QBO gym is a place where we have numerous hands-on exercises that simulate real-life scenarios that you may encounter as a bookkeeper. Each month covers a variety of new topics and scenarios, and to make it a little bit easier for you, we break it down into 4 different sections. So if you are looking to work on your bookkeeping skills, this is the place for you. And if you want to do a couple of these on your own, be sure to join our free 5-day challenge. All you have to do is just click on the link below in the description. But let's get right into today's exercise, which is coming from our April Year 1 cardio section, where we really focus on those basic skills. At the top here is an animated video to give you a synopsis of what you, the bookkeeper, will be doing for your client, Craig, this month. Below that is a pre-assessment quiz as it relates to the video up above. Below that are the exercises in this section. And then after you have gone through all of the exercises in this section, we do have some sample marketing posts that you can use on your LinkedIn to share with everybody what you have learned so far. So let's dive right into today's exercise where we are going to practice sending invoices to Craig's customers. If you click on the link, the exercise will pull up for you. I have it already here on the right side of my screen, so let's read through the scenario. Craig has 2 invoices for you to send out. He did 4 hours of custom design work for Diego Rodriguez, and Diego said he's having trouble with his email. So Craig asks you to send him the link to the invoice so that he can text it to Diego. Craig also visited Bill's windsurf shop and had to replace a sprinkler head, which he spent 30 minutes on. Bill has an outstanding balance, so Craig would like you to include the balance forward on his invoice. So let's see how to accomplish both of these things. You will need to be in the sample company to do this exercise. If you are not sure how to get into the sample company or get your own free QBOA account, be sure to click on the link below in the description. I have the sample company pulled up here on the left side of my screen. This is the dashboard and where we're going to work for this exercise. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll first start with creating Diego's invoice. So to create that invoice, we're going to click on the plus new button and then select invoice. So that plus new button is on the top left corner of your screen. Go ahead and click on that. And then under customers, select invoice. Now, when it appears for us, we're going to fill it out. So in the customer field, we're going to select Diego Rodriguez. So go ahead and click into that. You will see he's just a couple down. So go ahead and select his name. When you do, his information is going to populate for you. We are going to leave the invoice date and the terms, leave all of that as is. Of course, in real life, though, you would want to adjust this as necessary. The invoice date should be the date of the invoice being sent out. But in this case, it defaults to today, so we're just going to leave it as is. So let's go ahead and fill out the rest of the invoice. If you remember, he did 4 hours of custom design work. So in the first line, in the product service field, we're going to select design. So go ahead and click into that. You can click 2 times and design will be right there at the top. Go ahead and select that. The rest of the information will appear for us, but it is the quantity needs to be changed to 4 because he did 4 hours of work. So click into that quantity box and go ahead and type a 4. When you hit the tab key over, QBO is automatically going to make the calculation of 4 times 75 to equal $300. Now remember, we need to grab the link for this. So let's go ahead and click on print or preview 2 times. So that is down here on the bottom middle black bar. Go ahead and click on that and then click on print or preview once again. And now the invoice has been saved and we can see this preview. There is a link down here. You would just click on this, get link to this invoice, and you would be able to copy the link that is showing right there. So then from there, you could go ahead and send this to Craig in whatever format he asks for, whether it's email, text, messenger app, however he needs to get to it so that he can text it to Diego. So this one is all done. Let's go ahead and close out of it. I know that my screen is covering the close button on the bottom left corner of the screen. Go ahead and click on that when you find it. And just as another way to get the link, you could click on the from the Save and Send dropdown. You could select Save and Share Link. So we're going to be creating another invoice. So we're going to do Save and New. But down here is that button. If you click that arrow, there is that Save and New, Save and Close, and then Save and Share link. This is the other way that you could grab the link to send to Craig. Now, if we were done, we would say Save and Close, but we are going to create the other one for Bill's Windsurf Shop. So let's go ahead and click on Save and New. And that last invoice for Diego has been saved. And now we have a brand new invoice transaction for us to fill out. So let's go ahead and do so. In the customer field, we're going to select Bill's Windsurf Shop. So if you click the down arrow in the customer field, you will see Bill's Windsurf Shop right there. Go ahead and click on it, and his information will appear. Once again, we're just going to leave everything as is for the purposes of this exercise, but in real life, if you need to make adjustments, definitely do so. So on the first line in the product service field, we're going to select maintenance and repair. So go ahead and click into that. You can click the down arrow and you can scroll until you find it, or you can start typing in maintenance and repair. There it is, just to pull it up a little bit quicker. So once you find it, go ahead and select it. The rest of the information is going to appear, but we need to change the quantity field because it currently says 1. And if you remember from the scenario, he only did 30 minutes worth of work. So go ahead in the quantity field and type a 0.5. We will say that the rate is $75. So click into that rate field and type 75. When you hit the tab key over, QBO has automatically made that calculation for you. So the sprinkler head actually needed replacing as well, so we're going to add that to the invoice. So on the second row in the product service field, we're going to select sprinkler heads. So click into that box. Once again, you can either click and scroll down until you find it, or you can type it in. Once you find it, go ahead and click on sprinkler heads, and that will update for you with all of the information. So we are all good here. But remember, from the scenario, Craig wanted to include that outstanding balance, that balance forward in the invoice. So in order to do that, we're going to click on the black save button so that we can save the invoice, but still stay in the transaction. And then at the bottom of the invoice, we're going to click on customize. So go ahead and do that. It's in the bottom here. And then we're going to select edit current. So go ahead and click on that. And you will see this is what it looks like, the template of what the invoice is going to look like. Now we're going to update this because again, we want to have that balance, that outstanding balance showing. So we're going to click on the content tab. So go ahead and do that. And then we're going to edit the middle section of the invoice. So we just need to click on the pencil icon right there. You can see as you scroll over there, they're kind of highlighting over each section. We want this middle section, so click on that pencil icon. When you do, you will see this information appear. This is giving you all the information about what is on here. We want to click on the checkbox next to Show on Invoice. That is right here because this is saying that this is the account summary. This is what's going to show, and it includes that balance forward, which is what we want right here. As you can see, that is that balance forward right there. So we are all done customizing this particular invoice. So we can go ahead and click on the green Done button down here on the bottom right corner of the screen. And now you will see that you, even though you did not actually send the invoice to Bill, the QBO automatically takes you back to the dashboard. So we have to go back and do that now. So just know that if you're customizing it, you're going to have to do this extra step because it is just going to take you out of that transaction. So let's go ahead and send this invoice. From the left navigation bar, we're going to hover over sales and then select invoice. So the left navigation bar is here. Here is sales, hover over that and then select invoices. And then let's go ahead and sort this so that we can see the invoice that we just created for Bill at the top of this list. We're going to click on date to sort it. So date is right here. Go ahead and click on that. And you can see the one that we just created for Bill's Windsurf Shop is showing up right here. So on this line, we want to click on the down arrow and then select send. So the down, let me scroll over a little bit. Here is that down arrow on the far right of that line. Go ahead and click on that, and then you would click on send. Now from here, you can send the invoice to bill, although you can't actually do this in the sample company. But if you did, this is what it would look like. It would give you a preview of the invoice. If you can see, it says balance forward right there. You could edit the email body if you wanted to, or the subject line. So this is just what it will look like before you actually send it. Note that this is another way to share an invoice link as well. Remember, we did that for Diego. So if you would like to see the balance forward that you just added to the invoice, you could click on print. So I'm going to click out of this, and you would in order to print it, you would just click that down arrow and then select print. But that's it. That is how you would go about sending invoices. Now, if you like this exercise and you'd like to do more like it, be sure to sign up for our free 5-day challenge. All you have to do is just click on the link below in the description. We move through the cardio section, again, focusing on those basic skills with our next exercise where we practice writing off invoices. And I will see you in the next video.